Hey, it's Alex with alextucker.ca, reminding you to like this video if you like this video, leave me a comment if you got something to say, and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. Now let's go. Hey, it's Alex, and in this video we're going to talk about different traffic methods you can use for selling products. In other words, how you can put your offer, whatever it may be, in front of the right type of people. So we're going to be talking about not just getting traffic, but getting targeted traffic. And basically, there's a lot of different ways that you can break this down, but the way that I usually look at it, and the way that I was taught to look at it a while back, is that there are three types of traffic. So let's take a look at what those are. So the three types of traffic are owned traffic, earned traffic, and bought or paid traffic. Traffic that you own comes from places like an email list, a Facebook group, push notifications, and messenger bot lists. Traffic that you earn comes from sources like search engine optimization, organic social media, and content marketing. And traffic you buy comes from sources such as social ads, like Facebook ads and Instagram ads, search ads like Google ads and Bing ads, influencer marketing, and affiliate or referral marketing. So let's talk about traffic you own first. I would say the most common form of owned traffic is email lists, but Facebook groups are becoming extremely popular, and private communities on other platforms such as forums or membership websites are also extremely powerful. And of course, secondary methods of communicating with owned traffic are push notifications, which are also very good for communicating with people who have visited your website, and messenger bots are very big as well and are very effective when used correctly. Now, owned traffic can be earned or bought, and it's often a combination of the two. And I would say its best aspects are that you can direct it as needed, especially if you have a large and loyal community. The negative aspects are that it requires a lot of maintenance, care, and understanding to build that community and then to keep it active. So in my opinion, owned traffic is best for making bottom of the funnel sales, which are often taking place 30 or more days after the customer's first interaction with you. So if someone visits your website or your funnel and you get their email address, you might email them, every day or every other day or every week for a month or longer before they ever actually buy anything from you. And that's what customer lifetime value is all about. And studies have actually shown that most people make these types of bottom of the funnel purchases rather than top of the funnel for purchases like buying things right off of ads or right off of Google. And because of that, a lot of people considered owned traffic the most powerful and the most important, and they really swear by things like their email list or their messenger bots, depending on which tools they prefer. So traffic you earn is also considered the most powerful method by some, but it can also be the most unpredictable. However, it does tend to be extremely targeted. Search engine optimization traffic, for example, is earned by obtaining first page rankings. And when you rank on page 1 of Google and other search engines for terms that are relevant to your business, you tend to get very consistent, almost predictable traffic day in, day out. However, the reason I say it's unpredictable is that can be upset by things like being outranked by a competitor. It can be upset by things like a Google algorithm update, which recently happened, and a lot of people had sites that were making a lot of money just tank. And there's other things that can potentially go wrong. Your website can go down. So search traffic is not the be-all and the end-all, but it is extremely powerful. And because it's so passive, once you have it set up, you only need to do kind of maintenance unless you end up getting outranked, in which case you need to do some work to get the ranking back. But it does become very passive over time, and it's a great way to build authority. Now, social media traffic is mostly earned with time invested on social media and by helping others on social media. So a really popular way of getting traffic from social media is to put a link in your Facebook bio and then be really helpful in groups, and people will naturally be like, oh, who's this person who knows so much about the topic that I'm interested in and is super helpful? I want to learn more about them. They'll go to your Facebook profile, they'll click on your link, and they might end up signing up for your email list or even buying something. It's crazy how effective that simple strategy is. And you can do similar things with Instagram. You can do similar things with Twitter, and even platforms like Pinterest, I believe, are starting to have more potential in this way. And of course, content marketing is another aspect of earned traffic, and this mostly comes through sharing the right content in the right places. So putting a really interesting video on YouTube, or putting a really relevant article on medium.com are examples of content marketing. And if you create something that kind of goes viral on a content platform, then you can get a lot of really relevant traffic really quickly. And this brings us to traffic that you buy. Now, traffic that you buy is definitely the most consistent and the most predictable, as long as you can afford to buy it and you have the skill to run your ads properly or to buy traffic in an effective manner. It's also the most scalable traffic method because you can essentially always buy more. You can always buy more ads. You can always target new relevant audiences as long as you don't have a super niche product. And the other great thing about purchased traffic is that it starts working right away, and you can essentially turn it on and off like a tap. However, because it's so appealing due to the things I just mentioned, this method is also where a lot of beginners end up wasting the most amount of time and effort, and as a result, money, especially if they're buying a lot of ads. So while buying traffic can be very tempting, especially when you're starting out because it starts working so fast, I really recommend making sure that you get down the skills necessary to buy traffic effectively. And you also want to make sure that you're using the right source for the right offer. So as an example, there are certain types of offers that do very well with Facebook ads, but there are some that don't do so well with Facebook ads, or that you can't even advertise on Facebook because of the platform's rules. And with those types of things, you might turn to something like influencer marketing, where people would do organic posts on places like Instagram or Twitter or TikTok, and they promote your products for you, or promote your website for you, or promote your offer for you, and that's how you get traffic that way. That's essentially influencer marketing in a nutshell. And like I said, paid traffic is the most scalable. So even if you don't start with paid traffic, it's good to have that on your roadmap for something that you would eventually become proficient in. So I just have a couple of final thoughts to share. The main takeaway I hope you have from this is that traffic that you earn and buy should be converted into traffic you own for later use. So if you're doing SEO, or if you're running ads to a landing page, then you should be capturing email addresses, or having push notifications, or signing people up for a messenger bot, or something like that. And the thing is, once you master one traffic source, you can really use it to test different offers and then scale them by expanding that same traffic source or expanding to other traffic sources. So just as an example, I use a software called ConvertBox to build funnels in pop-ups that I can put on any website I want, and I tend to create them, and then I'll put them on a couple relevant pages on my blog, which gets daily earned traffic through search engine optimization. And when I test a funnel that way that works well, I'll either put it on more pages of my blog, or I will direct my email list to it, or I might even put it on a landing page and then run ads to it. And that way I can test my funnels out very inexpensively. In fact, it costs me absolutely nothing to test a funnel. And it only takes, if I put it on like some of my most popular website pages, it only takes a few days to get like 100 visits. And if 100 people see an offer and no one opts in, then it's probably not a very good one. But if 100 people see an offer and 10 to 20 of them opt in, then it might be worth scaling that effort a little bit. So as a final kind of parting bit of wisdom, I'll just say that using multiple traffic sources together is extremely powerful when done right, but you don't want to aim for that right away because you may end up spreading yourself too thin and basically not doing any of the above effectively. So the best method, if you're a beginner, is likely to focus on one method of traffic. I tend to recommend starting with an organic method of traffic, such as search engine optimization or organic social media, and then you can progress from there into converting your earned traffic into owned traffic using those two methods. And once you start making some money that way, then you might want to get into paid traffic so you can scale it more effectively. That's just kind of the way that I approach things, and that's the way I see a lot of successful people approach it. But it also matters what you're passionate about and where the type of business that you have and where you see it going. So I hope that you found that helpful. Leave me a comment if you have any thoughts on traffic methods, and I will catch you in the next video.